Hey, how are you today? I wanted to talk to you about cold calls. I know. Everybody's like, yuck, I hate cold calls. I hate making them. I hate getting them. I hate everything about them. But we all know that they're important to our business and they're important to expanding our network, right? My name is Luann Nigara and I am the co-owner of Window Works located in Livingston, New Jersey. I'm also the host of the podcast, A Well-Designed Business. So here's my feeling on cold calls. Once you get past a couple of critical things, they get easier to do. Those few critical things include these. Number one, it's not about you. The cold call isn't about you, whether you are successful at it or you are unsuccessful at it. The person is not turning you down. They're turning your product or service down. So take all personal out of it. By nature, the cold call is not personal. It's a cold call, right? So you can be rest assured that if the person does not have any interest in what you are cold calling about, that it is not about you, and please do not take it personally. All right, now, once we're past that, how do we make an effective cold call? Well, the first thing I would say is if there's any way you can make that call just a little less cold, that would be helpful. So what do I mean by that? For instance, if there's any mutual connection that you can come up with. I don't care how skinny that thread is. If there's any way that you can, with integrity, say to a cold caller or a cold caller secretary, I have been recommended, or we both know XYZ person, and I'd like to speak to so and so for a few moments to tell them about something that I think will benefit their business. Okay, anything that would just make that door open a little bit easier so it's not freezing cold. Okay, think about it. If you're at your desk and you're busy, but somebody says, well, I know her through, or I know him because of, you're more likely to take the call. Okay, so that's first. Try and make one little headway in there that it's not completely ice cold. Second, when you get that person on the line, do not beat around the bush. Do not small talk, because you are not personal friends. This is not a true warm connection. So get right to the point, all right? I'm telling you, you don't want to be that guy. When I'm at my desk and somebody gets through to me, and I pick up the phone, I want to know right away what is in it for me. I'm busy. I got things to do, and so are you. So get right to the point. So, for example, if you're an interior designer, say you have an initiative in your marketing where you're going to start cold calling on builders in your area. Here's what it is. See if you can get that connection somehow. But once you do, and once you get that builder on the phone, get right to it. So it might sound something like this. Hey, Mr. Builderman, here I am. I'm Sally Smith, and I'm an interior designer in the area. And I wondered if you have a hard time sometimes keeping your new builds on time and on budget because the homeowners that you're working with find it difficult to make their selections. I'm talking about selections like the lighting, the carpeting, how many hi-hats to put in their kitchen, the in-stock items that you provide in the build before you close that house and turn the ownership over to them. Because in my experience, those types of things can tie homeowners up in a knot. I have packages and services that I could offer to you that you could include in your build for your client that will make your life so much easier. I will handle those appointments. I will handle those selections, and I will deliver them to you on a silver platter. Does that sound like something that you might be interested in? What builder's going to say no to that? He's going to say, well, sort of sounds interesting. That's terrific. Is there another time that we could talk more in detail about this? I know you're very busy. Does Tuesday at 2 o'clock or Friday at 9 o'clock working better for you? You could also offer to come to his office and have a consultation, whatever he wants. Some people, I'm sort of like a get right to it person. I might turn around and say, just tell me now, tell me what the packages are. Be ready to do that, okay? But a lot of people, most people will say, okay, I'm in middle 16 things. Let's make an appointment to do it. That's all you're really going for in that cold call is the next appointment. You want to create interest. You want to make sure they understand how you're going to help them, and you want to make that next appointment, okay? So now, what if you're a window treatment professional? You need to make cold calls to interior designers, right? The more interior designers that you do business with, the more clients that you can have referral, you're working your network through them. It's the same thing. Call interior designers up, get right to the point. Don't be that guy, okay? So, and I will tell you, you might make 20 calls till you get a yes. That's just how it goes. That's just how it's played. But you know what? That yes is so sweet and so valuable, and could be the yes that leads to so much business for you over the coming year. So don't not make cold calls because you're frightened or feeling uncomfortable. Just don't be that guy in a cold call. Okay? So if and when you hear your no's, because you will, it's part of the game. Be gracious, hang up the phone, thank them for their time. If you can get their email through their website, send them a follow-up email that just says, hey, thanks tons for taking a moment to take my call today. I understand that you already have an interior designer that is doing the selections and finishes for your clients. That's terrific. I just wanted to give you my website in case that resource for you ever becomes overloaded or something happens down the road unavailable. I'd love for you to hit me back and maybe we can talk about how I can serve you in the future. It's as simple as that. Don't take it personal, but do it. Get in the habit. I can tell you this, the more you do it, the easier it gets, the more smooth you get it, the more comfortable you get at it, and you get quicker and faster at getting right to what is going to help that prospective client right off the bat, because that's the key of not being that guy that takes too long to get to the point. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed this little tip today. Of course, you know the magazine, Window Fashion Vision magazine, it is filled every single issue with more and more tips on sales, on resources, on vendors, on customer service. For your free subscription, please head over to www.subnow.com/Luann. That's www.subnow.com/LUANN, and you can sign up for your free subscription to Window Fashion Vision magazine. Thanks so much. Have an excellent day.